15 Best Plants for Drought-Tolerant Gardens. There are hundreds of species of aloe, flowering succulents that grow in large rosettes and thrive in hot, dry climates. Many people are familiar with the aloe vera species. But jewel aloe, soap aloe, coral aloe, and tiger aloe also make good drought-tolerant landscaping plants. Depending on the species, aloe plants typically have gray to bright green leaves, sometimes with a striped or mottled appearance. Artemisia is a genus of plants with hundreds of species that include hardy herbs and shrubs. For instance, the culinary herb tarragon, Artemisia dracunculus, is part of this genus. These plants commonly feature intricate leaf patterns and silvery gray or white foliage that is aromatic. They work well in mixed borders with ornamental grasses, succulents, and other drought-tolerant specimens. Some popular landscaping species include southernwood, Artemisia abritanum, California sagebrush, Artemisia californica, and white mugwort, Artemisia lactiflora. Pride of Madeira is a species of evergreen flowering plant that's native to the island of Madeira. It has a mounding growth habit, reaching around 5 to 6 feet tall with a 6 to 10 foot spread. In the plant's first year it will produce a rosette of long, narrow, gray-green leaves. And in its second year tall flower spikes that are covered in leaves and clusters of blooms will form. Also known as a pencil tree or Indian tree spurge, this Euphorbia species is a striking drought-tolerant shrub or tree that can grow 20 to 30 feet tall. It has slender stems with small, oval leaves that can appear in shades of green, red, orange, and yellow. The colors are more brilliant if the plant receives full sun. Sweet potato vines are commonly grown for their foliage rather than their tubers. These vines feature heart-shaped leaves that trail from containers, over garden walls, and on other support structures. They also make a gorgeous ground cover. There are multiple varieties with different color foliage, including green, chartreuse, purple, and bronze. Full sun brings out the best color. Trumpet vines are drought-tolerant flowering vines that can grow in a variety of conditions, though they prefer lean to average soil with average moisture. The vigorously growing vines feature bright green leaves on new plants that mature to a deep green. And they sport showy orange or red blooms in the summer that attract hummingbirds. Wild lilac species are fragrant and colorful shrubs. They're evergreen and drought-tolerant, and they can be used in the landscape as screens, hedges, ground covers, borders, and more. While most wild lilac species are native to California, some grow in the eastern U.S., the Rocky Mountains, the Pacific Northwest, and Mexico. Some grow upright, some are compact and bushy, and some are low-growing and spreading. Yes, this is that same artichoke that you eat. Artichoke plants have an upright growth habit, reaching heights of 3 to 6 feet. Their leaves are deeply lobed with prickly spines, ranging from a green to a gray-green color. And their stems are quite thick. It's artichoke's large flower buds that are sold in the produce aisle of grocery stores. When they're not harvested and instead allowed to bloom, these buds open into showy purple flowers. This genus contains around 250 species of flowering plants commonly found in North America. They grow in various climates, including deserts, mountains, and plains. Beardtongue plants typically have tube-shaped flowers that grow in clusters on rigid stems. They're excellent at attracting hummingbirds and bees to your garden. This popular ornamental grass is fast-growing, forming clumps of narrow, arching, purplish-red leaves around 3 feet tall. In the summertime, flower spikes extend above the leaves, providing even more ornamental value. Geraniums in the genus Pelargonium are truly hardy plants. Most species begin blooming in the late spring. And some, especially the new varieties, such as the Roseanne hybrid, continue to bloom until the first frost of the fall. Geraniums are generally low-growing, mound-forming plants that can take on the appearance of a small shrub. They're also a long-living plant that can thrive for decades. And they're one of the easiest plants to propagate via cuttings. Anigozanthos is a genus of plants native to Australia with only 11 species and multiple subspecies. The red and green kangaroo paw Anigozanthos mangle C is actually the floral emblem of Western Australia. The plants generally form a rosette of long green to gray-green leaves at their base. And tall, leafless flower stalks emerge from this rosette. Lavender plants produce stunning spikes of bluish-purple flowers that bloom throughout the growing season. The appearance of lavender plants varies across the genus. For instance, some have simple narrow oval leaves while others have more intricate foliage. And some are compact plants while others grow into shrubs that can reach a few feet tall. Lavender is also known for its calming fragrance, and both its flowers and silvery green foliage are commonly harvested for their oils or dried and used in potpourris and sachets. New Zealand tea tree is an evergreen shrub with small, prickly, aromatic leaves. Essential oil from its leaves, as well as various preparations of its bark, are used in alternative medicine. The plant produces showy white, pink, or red flowers in the early summer, which are excellent at attracting bees and other pollinators to your garden. Parkinsonia is a small genus of flowering plants that are part of the pea family. Plants within this genus are generally large shrubs or small trees with sparse foliage and light green bark. The plants are dry-season deciduous, meaning they lose their foliage during the dry season and leaf out only for a short time during the rainiest part of the year. Thus, it's actually their branches that carry out most of the photosynthesis for the plant. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more interesting videos. And please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm.